Hi, my name is Scrublord, and the game that I am submitting is Enviro-Bear 2000. In this game, the player controls a car-driving bear who must get enough food to hibernate for the winter. The category I'm submitting is a 5-year run, which means I have to get enough fish and berries in order to get into one of these tunnels that you see in the back, and each time will be more difficult than the last. So let me take this time to explain the core mechanics of this game. So right now I am the bare hand, picking up fish, controlling the gas and brake pedals, controlling the steering wheel. And right now I'm trying to get enough fish in order to hibernate. So you see this gas meter at the right. When that gets filled up by eating fish and berries, and once that's full, a big word will flash in the middle of the screen that says hibernate, which means that I have collected enough food in order to go into one of these tunnels in order to progress to the next year. So that concludes year 1, which is the easiest. So year 2 introduces what we call modifiers. And in the game there are 7 modifiers in total. I'm going to go through each of them. So there's the first one's the overslept modifier, which decreases the amount of time that you have in order to complete the year. It's the one that we want to get during a speed run. All of these modifiers are RNG dependent, so the overslept modifier is the one we want to get because it doesn't really change any of the mechanics in the game. It doesn't make it more difficult, so it's very beneficial. And the second one is the forest is overgrown, which what that does is it just increases the number of trees in the game, so it makes it very easy to just bump into the trees and to get caught up in a mess very quickly. And then the third one is the full moon modifier, which increases the chance of getting a badger whenever you knock into a tree or a trunk. And badgers create quite a nuisance. They move very sporadically around the car, and we try to throw them out of the car as quick as possible, either through the ceiling or the sides. The fourth modifier is the overfished. And what overfish does is it decreases the number of ponds in the game, and the game wants you to use berries as the main source of completing that year, which is very time consuming because berries don't fill up the gas meter as much as fish do. And then the fifth one's the famish modifier, which basically doubles the amount of fish and berries that's required for you to eat in order to hibernate. And the sixth one is the frozen modifier, which makes the world very slippery. It's very easy to lose control of the bear, which is why I kind of take those years a little bit more slowly. And then the last one's the turbo modifier, which makes the car go very fast. And it makes it very easy to just flip over, kind of messing with the car, and sometimes having turbo is beneficial, sometimes it's not. So right now in this third year, you see that I have the famish modifier, so I'm going to have to eat a lot of these fish in order to get to the tunnel. So in the overworld, as you can see, there's many trees and rocks. We want to try to avoid bumping into them as much as possible, but it's very easy to just accidentally just knock into one. And like right now, sometimes stuff will fall from the top, which can create a whole mess in the car. And if stuff falls underneath the gas pedal, you cannot press it, so it's sometimes better to just throw things out of the way. And this run is also very RNG dependent. So as you saw right there, the amount of fish that I got from that one pond was a lot, which is what we want in this run, but sometimes just can't always get it. And also the sizes from the fish are RNG dependent. What we want to get is as much medium fish as possible. They're one of the fastest to eat, and we only need 3 of them to progress to the next year. The large fish take usually longer to eat. They're also good to get, but it's definitely faster to get medium fish. And then there's also this one class of fish called the godfish, which is the biggest fish in the game. It fills up your gas meter by halfway, but it's very difficult to eat it. Like this right here, this is the godfish. It's very difficult to eat it. It gets stuck in the car very easily. We do not want to see this in a run. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just struggling trying to get it into the bear's mouth. But the good thing about the godfish is that you rarely see it. It barely ever happens. This is just one of those rare occasions. But this run that you're viewing right now is sort of like a standard run RNG-wise, because this is a short run, but it could take a wide variety of times. The shortest I've done it is in under 5 minutes and 30 seconds, but I know it can easily the RNG could just be horrible, and it could be possible to go over 10 minutes. So right now, this is the frozen modifier. It's just going to be a lot of slipping, and I'm going to utilize the reverse feature to get these ponds that I missed, because it consumes a lot of time to go in reverse normally, but here I want to just get as many fish as I can, and it's just hard to get into some of these ponds just driving into them because of the weird movement on the ice. So I'm going to be going, I just went in reverse there in order to grab this pond. And so right now I'm just trying to just get the last few fish in order to hibernate. While this is a short run, it surely is a very entertaining game to watch. Just the sheer silliness of it, and the amazing soundtrack also. So I'm just gonna eat a few of these berries in order to hibernate, and that concludes the run. So that about wraps it up. Again, my name is Scrublord, and I hope you enjoyed.